we need, I think, discussion on that from all the regions, and we will not, and we should not force whatever our own wishes. You know. But because being as a political activist, I know that heart to heart, the people in Gilgit-Baltistan, people in Azad Kashmir, some people in Jammu, Ladakh, I hope they see their future in a united, independent Kashmir.
No, I'm from Gilgit-Baltistan, and
Okay, good.
like the point that was raised, like the boundaries that were drawn geographically by the East India Company was for an administrative purpose. Like when you call about United Jammu and Kashmir, the voice in Gilgit-Baltistan is like we never been part of Kashmir historically. It was just for administrative purposes. The East India or the British absorbed the boundaries, but that doesn't make it a part of Kashmir. And we never felt to be part of Kashmiris. We have our independent history, we have our own languages, and we are happy with that. And we are very happy with Pakistan, and we don't want any independence.
I mean, I haven't indulged too much into, too much of the politics or what goes on, but I keep myself updated now and then. So my question is, not a question exactly, I was just throwing it out to everybody, like from what just Lekha said, that these regions, has there been an exercise, has ever there been a kind of real serious talk on these regions of Jammu, Ladakh, Gilgit, being part of this struggle? I mean, I know we in Kashmir feel that there is a struggle going on. We put it up in the media and we talk about it, but then again, we want to talk about these smaller regions. So have we ever done that exercise to take that into account? What are the impressions of those other people we are talking about? Or if we are not taking their point of view into consideration, so why don't we just call it just for Kashmir? It is just for that one single Kashmir valley. Forget about Baluchistan, because that is really a politicized view of this whole thing. We are not actually, in actuality, we are not talking about any of the other regions. We are actually talking about just the valley of Kashmir. That needs to be clarified, and that would be pretty okay with everybody, and we would settle down with that point.
I think it's a, can I make a
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
The way the things are going on, for us Pakistani, Kashmir is basically an emotional issue. There is no solid discussion on how we are going to resolve the issue, and discussions, and there is no structure. We cannot have relationship, for example, trade relationship with India, unless we resolve Kashmir. But how would you resolve Kashmir? Nobody talks about it. For India, it's a kind of question of security. If Kashmir becomes independent or kind of sovereign, then there's a problem for other Nagaland and and Punjab. There will be some other issues too. Ironically, I think when we talk about solutions, it was a dictator 5 years ago in Pakistan who kind of brought up the discussion how to resolve Kashmir. And if you remember, they were talking about opening up the line of control, having trade, transition of people coming here and there. And it was kind of rumored that at that time, they were pretty close to some agreement, but something happened. He was gone, he was ousted. And then, unfortunately, the democratic government in Pakistan is kind of involved in some of the terrorism and other issues and all that. Do you see that a way of going to the path of sovereignty or something, to relax line of control, allow people to come here and there and have kind of talk to their relatives and all that, and to start a kind of structure? But beyond that, there is no structure in the picture right now. What do you think?
As far as what you have told me, that for relaxing some regimes, rules and regulations for the crossing the line of control, etc. These were some agreed steps to create the confidence building as a part of a confidence building measure, because agreed between Musharraf and Vajpayee period at that time in 2004. But before going to her question, because I got your question and I shared her question, I would like to have that, because I have the problem, hearing problem also.
Yeah, actually, she was talking about this.
No, it was a general.
It was just as a comment, actually.
Thank you, thank you. There are the two things, and one is that we should stay as an idealistic, and the second thing is that we should look for some pragmatic, acceptable, feasible solution of the Kashmir. Whatever, everything needs some sort of discussion with each other, because the Kashmir issue has the three backgrounds. One is the historical background, and second is that it's constitutional or the legal background, and third is that the wishes of the Kashmiris of a different region, and that is the political background. Legally, constitutionally, and historically, Kashmir was not the part of the British India. So, telling me that if India will agree for giving any freedom or independence to Kashmir, it will create a problem for the other part. Now, all other parts are the parts of constitutionally and legally the parts of India, and we respect Indian sovereignty. We respect Indian integrity. We love Indian people. We have only the difference with the governments for what they are. And it was India and the Indian government who promised the right of self-determination to the Kashmir people. But I'm not going, because that is also, personally, though I have some political linkage, but personally I want the peace. How I can bring the peace in for my people. I'm working for that. And for that purpose, I want the discussions between all the people, the governments, India, Pakistan, and the Kashmiri, and to find out some sort of practicable, acceptable to all, and workable solution. Because as I said, that there are the three personalities or ideologies are working. Indian nationalism, Pakistan nationalism, and the Kashmiri nationalism. So in between that, so it needs a dialogue. It needs a dialogue, and I hope that sense will prevail, and we will get freedom with justice.
Thank you. We will conclude at that note, and we will